Well, good afternoon. Tom Ginn here at GeForce. This is the official launch. And today's agenda is just really going to be just a little bit of deep dive and a little bit about myself and find out why I do what I do and share with you what the platform is going to do and hopefully bring some value to improve your life in any way that we can. So with that, today is today. I'm going to mark my calendar as a special day in my life, and this is not an easy thing to do, to go live stream. I'll tell you that right now. Even being a personal development coach and helping my clients get through fear, this is a big one. And I just have to give a shout out real quick to two people that has brought me to this point. One is Mark Gassert. I've run across Mark here recently, and he was using this streaming platform that was introduced by Ken Walls. And I just want to give some kudos to Ken Walls, Grow Academy. He's training and developing people to use this platform to reach more people, make an influence, and make a difference in people's lives. So I just encourage everybody that wants to make an impact in other people's lives and market their business more effectively, build relationships, to get trained by Ken. He's an awesome guy, and I really appreciate what he's doing and give me the encouragement and the confidence and a mentor to be a live streamer. So the information's right there, growliveacademy.com. Check it out. I highly recommend that you reach out and find how this platform can help you expand your business. Today it's going to probably maybe 15 to 20 minutes max. But I just wanted to share with you a little bit about myself. Then I'll get into my why. I'm originally from California, born and raised. I live now in the Midwest, here in near Milwaukee, between Milwaukee and Madison, Wisconsin. I relocated here because my wife is from this area, from a small community in between called Oconomowoc. It's the only city in the United States with 5 O's. And I always tell people, and having fun with it, if you need to send me something, especially if it's a check, you don't have to worry about spelling the name or pronouncing it. It's 53066. But on all seriousness, a beautiful community. I love being here in the Midwest. I was born and raised in California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. But before I get into a little bit about myself, I just want to let you know this platform is going to be built on helping people improve their lives. And we're going to have some teaching and training on different principles of growth and how to win, have the right mindset, that type of thing. We're going to be bringing guest speakers in that can share their stories, how to help you grow, how to become the best you can become. And it's not going to be all about Tom Ginn. But today, I just want to let you know a little bit about myself. Like everybody else in life, we have dreams, we have visions, we have things that we want to do in our life. And many times we get our knees chopped off, or they don't work out the way we'd hope they would have worked out. But, I just want to share with you my why before I get into how I do what I do, what I do. So, a little bit about myself. I grew up in a family that my parents grew up in the Depression era. And when it came to understanding money and prosperity, it was always about lack. And it affected me as a young child. And I remember one specific conversation that impacted me through most of my life is a comment my stepfather made to my mother. See, my mother had 4 children before she was age 20. And my stepfather married my mother. And I remember one conversation as a youngster. I don't really exactly know the exact age, but he made the comment that one of the reasons I married you was to make sure your children had a roof over their head, food on the table, and clothes on their back. And my mother was devastated with that, because she was always trying to do the best she could, but in our conversation, our family was never about prosperity. It was about lack. And being a child, I owned that. So that was the first part of something that affected me in my life that carried forward for many years. The other side of the story is that, is about my self-image is I have two learning disabilities. I have audio dyslexia and I am ADHD. Now, when it comes to ADHD, it means I really can't focus on any one thing for any length of time. And it affected how I learned it and how I believed, how I operated with in school. I didn't think I was as smart as the other kids, and because I couldn't stay focused long enough on any one thing. But the thing that really impacted me the most was the audio dyslexia. It was my greatest fear. I hear something, but I couldn't write it down when I heard it. So if you were exchanging emails and phone numbers, you'd see it come full circle and live to you. But as a child growing up, it was my greatest fear. I could hear what the teacher said, and she'd have me come up to the blackboard and maybe write a sentence or a problem or something like that. And I was terrified because I could hear it, I could see it, but I couldn't get it on the blackboard. And it was my greatest fear. And one day, my teacher, Mrs. Woods, had me come up to the blackboard. And again, my fear took in and I froze. And I could see what she wanted me to do. I could hear what she wanted to do. And through her frustration, seeing this little story go over and over again, she made, through her frustration, made a comment that affected me and reaffirmed what I believed about myself. Tommy, are you dumb or something? And that was, I carried that for so many years. But as a child, I had goals and I had dreams. And one of my biggest ones was to be a football coach. And I was very good at football. As a matter of fact, even in my sophomore year in high school, I was acclaimed and I had national offers to play football throughout the country. But in my junior year, I hurt my neck and I struggled through that. And when I came back in my senior year in high school, so I noticed something, that all those offers of fulfilling my goals and dreams to become a football coach were gone. And it devastated me. So I resigned myself away from that goal, become a football coach, because I didn't believe I was worthy enough. I didn't believe, my parents didn't have any money to send me to college. I didn't believe that I had the resources or the capability of having the resources to go to college. And I most certainly didn't believe I was smart enough, because I believed the programming that I had put on myself. But things change in life. And, but I did resign myself from that dream. I never went to college, never became the football coach. And that hurt me at a deep emotional level. I had a dark side. I turned to drugs and did that, it affected me in a big way. But something happened in 1983. So I'm going to date myself here a little bit. In 1983, a friend of mine introduced me somebody. He says, "Hey, Tom, I can show you a way to handle money that to give you some financial security and some prosperity in the future." And I was all in on that because I saw what my parents struggled with around money. And I definitely wanted to not be in that same boat. But something through my own exploring through a number of years, I recognized what I was sold wasn't really going to fulfill what I was told. And I became angry. I became upset. So I left a career in my job that had a good career path for me. And I walked away from it, and I wanted to go to work and make a difference in people's lives. I went to work in the financial service industry to right a wrong. That became my new football field. That became my new passion, to help people better understand that the options that you have versus what you're being sold. And through my career, nearly 20 years in the financial service industry, Some things were happening that I didn't have answers for. My promotions were coming, but I never went to the next level. And people say, why? And I didn't have an answer. My income also stalled out. I didn't have an answer why. It wasn't until a number of years later that through coaching and mentoring that it was pointed out what I was operating was the program in my self-image and my belief systems about money and prosperity. And my self-image and my worthiness, was I smart enough? Was I capable enough? And through coaching, being coached to recognize and understanding what was affecting the outcomes of my life caused me to move into the coaching industry. It shifted my life. And that's been my passion, to help people better understand, no matter where we are in life, we all have something that causes us to have limiting beliefs, no matter what our success level is. And circumstances in life dictate how we operate. And I wanted to make a difference. So I moved into the coaching industry. And so my passion is to help people better understand that there is more. There is abundance. There are those things that cause us to not live to our fullest potential, and how to get through them. So that's my passion. So in this forum, G-Force, it's really about, bringing those principles and understanding the mindset of success. The mindset of success. And if you study success, it has clues. And failure also has clues. And until we become aware, we will stay stuck. We all have goals. We all have dreams. We all have visions of how we wanted to live our life. But for some reason, sometimes we just get stuck. So I just want to let you know this platform is going to give you ideas and information to seek out how to succeed at the highest levels. So G-Force, the definition of G-Force. A lot of people, you will think it's because it's tied with my name. Well, it does. I'm going to share a story in honor of a dear friend. He has passed. He's on the other side now, Rick Waymeyer. So when I got into the financial service industry, I had the opportunity to build my own business and recruit and train and develop people in the financial services industry. And one of the first people I approached was Rick Waymeyer. He was my real estate agent. And matter of fact, I was his very first sale in real estate. And through that, we became business associates and colleagues with the same passion and mission to help people better understand how to win with money with the company we were with at that time. And, he always said, G-Man. He's Gin Man. And I say, hey, Rick, why are you calling me Gin Man all the time? He says, well, I just call you the G-Man. And, so as I've grown, and this is in honor of Rick, because behind that, he made this comment. The G stands for gratitude. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And as I become involved in the coaching industry and understanding how we think and the powers that cause us, the laws of the universe, the things that work in life, gratitude is probably one of the most powerful things to understand. It unlocks the key. It's the key. It unlocks the shackles of your fullest potential. Being grateful for where you are. Be grateful what you have. Also be grateful for the challenges you have, because having that gratitude brings a new level of awareness and possibilities of your truest potential. It's the key. So G-Force, that's the cornerstone. And I just want to, honor Rick Waymeyer, dear friend, colleague, business associate, great influence in my life. He was one of my first mentors and coaches and didn't even realize that's what he was doing with me. He said, you got to see the G-Man, So that's the story behind the G-Force. We're here to help you grow. And like I said, if you have any comments or anything you would like to share, please do. Push this out. Share this with your friends. We want to create a community that people can contribute and have dialogue for improvement. If you're looking to be a contributor, hey, just reach out to me. I'm looking for those people that have a story that can impact other people's lives. And we all have influential stories. So that's a little bit about me. My passion is to help people improve their lives. One of the things that I wanted to kick off today is, in growth or being coach, a lot of people talk about, what are your goals? What do you want? But what I have found through the years in studying people that are succeeding at high levels, they don't talk about their goals. They talk about their vision, their why, and they're futuristic. They create the outcome they want in their life from the end and work back. So when success leaves clues, have a vision. See, a vision is nothing more than the script of your life, and you're living in it. Everything that you do supports the vision. The friends you hang with, the things you do, the books you read, the movies you watch. When we have a vision of your life, it incorporates many elements. And when we understand the power of the vision, and through my coaching and mentoring, I've been taught how to help people create that vision, how to put their goals into place with plans that give results. And so if you see in my banners here is results. Results. See, the results we're getting in life are directly related to our thinking. Now, I'm not talking about the cognitive thinking, our intellectual mind, the reasoning mind, the logical mind, our knowledge-based mind. I'm talking about the subconscious. See, those two elements I shared with you were the underlying things that kept me not living my life at the fullest potential. I didn't have a good relationship with money. All I knew was lack. And that's how I viewed the world. I wasn't worthy of having a lot of money. I didn't have that support. I didn't have that upbringing of prosperity thinking and in life. It was lack. And I heard it. That limited the amount of money I was going to make. I was programmed to only make so much. And I didn't realize that through coaching. And then my self-image. The image I believed about myself, because of my learning disabilities, I just didn't think I was smart. I couldn't keep up with the other kids. I couldn't focus long enough. And then my, ADHD, it was crazy. I still have it today. But I've learned to overcome it in many different ways. And part of it's through coaching as well. And then the autodyslexic, I didn't believe I was smart enough. And that held me back on my promotions and my career path. It limited me. And, we all have some sort of story. And that was mine. So our results can be tracked back to the subconscious thinking. See, in what I've learned and what I help people better understand, that one cannot outperform one's beliefs and their self-image. Cannot do it. You can't outperform it. You're programmed. But we all have unlimited potential beyond what we think we're capable of doing. And so through coaching and the methodology I've learned through the Proctor Gallagher Institute is understanding what Bob has been teaching for nearly 60 years is how to reframe your life through thinking. Be futuristic. Identify the strengths that you have and build on them. Identify those things that are holding you back. And those are the things at the subconscious level. See, we know what to do, but why don't we do it? It's the subconscious that's dictating our outcomes. So that's an exciting thing. And I learned those principles and it cracked the code. It unlocked the shackles that I had been programmed with, my own programming in many cases, and the influences of my environment. And it caused me to go into a dark place at one time in life, into drugs. But it was through mentoring and through coaching and that time it changed everything in my life. And we just want to let you know that there is hope. And the gratitude opens up the door of hope and prosperity and belief. It's a powerful, powerful thing when you understand that. So that's a little bit about my why. But today, I talked a little bit about what we're going to feature and some of the things we're going to be doing, and we're going to have fun with this. I'm going to be making recommendations of things that will help you grow and become more aware. See, it's through awareness do we have an opportunity to see the things around us that we don't see. Okay, it's through awareness, through growth. Like Einstein says, if you got a place you've never been before, that big audacious goal, that big vision, that thing that you really want in your life, all our collective thinking, behaviors, attitudes, experiences got us to where we're at. But that will never take you to another destination. So we have to rethink. We have to learn a different way to think. We have to look at people that are been to the mountaintop, have been through the path, and see how they think. And guess what? Their success leaves clues. And it's only through awareness can you make those shifts. So today I'm just going to talk a little principle about vision and the power of vision. And I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of coaches do is they're focusing on goals. And now goals are just part of the overall vision. You have goals for your personal life. You have goals for your spiritual life. You have goals for your community. You have goals for your career and business. You have goals for your family. But they have to be aligned with an outcome of a vision. When we get a clear vision, life becomes very simple. Life becomes orderly. People say, hey, Tom, how do you run 4 different companies or different businesses? It's because the vision and everything I do aligns with it. And my life is simple. So, GPS my success. See, a vision is like a GPS. It's very precise. If you want to go someplace with a GPS, you put all the exact information in to take you to where you want to go. See, when we have a clear mental picture, your vision is the GPS. But from time to time, we lose our signal. That vision of what we want, the goals that we want, we lose the signal for one reason. It could be a COVID incident. It could be the loss of a job. It could be a disappointment in a promotion. It could be a lot of different things that knock the signal out that we're focused in on. And how do you regain your signal to get back on path? And there's many different ways that we coach and help people do that. But the key is knowing how to get back on track and tied with that. So he talks about that and be having a clear mental picture and an outcome. See, your vision is got to be as detailed as a novel with an outcome that you seek. And you start with the outcome you seek and you work back, and that's you write your book from that place. See, when we look at successful people, they have very specific, detailed picture of where they want to be. It's like a novel. See, we think in pictures. And when we look at the success records that are out there, I'll share this with you. This is sort of mind-blowing. Harvard did a study. And in that study, they were looking at what were some of the formulas for success. And this is what they found out. Only 3% of all the Harvard graduates had clear written goals. They were so clear, it was like reading a novel. When you read a novel, you see it, you feel it, it's resonating with you, it's clear. It's not ambiguous. Only 3%. And guess what? What they found out, those 3% made 10 times more income than the other 97% combined. I think that's an interesting clue. And then the other 13% have some sort of written goals. It's pretty much what we're taught. If you do, what your employer asked you to do, if you do X, Y, and Z, you should get this sort of result. I call those SMART goals. But goals in themselves do not work for the long haul, and there's two reasons why. Number one, if it's not tied to the vision, when you do A plus B plus C, and the first obstacle that comes across, one of two things happen. We give up on the goal. We give it up. I guess maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not worthy of it. The first obstacle, your subconscious will support that challenge. So that's the first thing that happens. The second thing, by not having a clear vision, is that people do is they will downsize that goal. They will settle for less. And see, that was what was happening in my life. I would hit those obstacles and I'd quit, or I would settle for less. Oh, that promotion is the best I can do. I'm really happy with it. And in reality, I wanted more, but my internal conflicts wouldn't let me do it. We settle for the income we make. We settle for, everything is okay. So how to get back on track? First thing you have to do is you reprogram your GPS. You put all the details necessary to get you to your destination. And if you get off course and there's a traffic jam, and it knows how to get around it, and it keeps you on track to that. That's your vision. That's your statement. That's your book. It knows where to go. But sometimes you get knocked off. And you already have a GPS programmed. What I'm saying here is you have to clear the history of the past. Because when you lose the signal, you will fall back to the old GPS, to where you are today. So it's important to understand GPS, my success, is a critical thing to understand in how to use a vision to get to where you want to go. And I highly recommend this book. It may give you some new insights and, different perspective of what it takes. Kareem R. Ellis. Powerful little book, simple but deep and profound. So these are the types of things that we'll be sharing in here in G-Force. And I just really appreciate today those that are here. And I just encourage you to share this out with your friends, your colleagues, because we're going to have some pretty dynamic people coming in to talk about principles of winning, things that they've overcome. So many times we look at our circumstances and we think, oh my God, I can never get through them, until we hear somebody else's story. And that's how we grow. That's how we get hope. That gives us an opportunity to win. So today, it's my launch. I'm really excited about it. I want you to let you know my why. You see, people really don't care what you do and how you do it. They care about why you do it. I'm a big Simon Sinek guy, and I have some mentors in that area that help me understand my why in life so I can be more impactful and deliver that out there to help people. If you are seeking growth, if you're seeking to get unstuck, I highly recommend you seek out mentors and coaches, whether it be me or somebody else. That's not the point. Because when we look at the most successful people walking this planet, they all have mentors and coaches. They all have them. And that, the sad thing, it's only about 5% of the population have coaches and mentors. And that's my passion, is to help people better understand that through mentoring and coaching, you can change everything in your life, or you can get better at where you're at. See, we all have limiting beliefs. See, we cannot comprehend infinite potential, infinite supply, infinite resources. We can't comprehend it. See, the universe and everything we have has infinite supply. What we want to do is help you understand how to take the lid off your mind. And through coaching and mentoring is one of the best ways to do it. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you for being here, watching this video. Hey, share it out. If you want to get a hold of me directly, you can text results to 21,000. I'd be glad to have some conversation with you. Find out where you're at. What are you looking for? Because, I may have some answers for you. And if I don't, I definitely know somebody that can help you outside of what I do. So with that all said, God bless everybody. Hey, tap into the G-Force, understanding the power of gratitude. And with that all said, thank you for being on my launch day. I hope this message caused you to look at things with a new awareness, because it's only through awareness do we have an opportunity to change and grow. God bless everybody. Look forward to seeing you next Friday, G-Force. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about something that's really important. And I'm going to be bringing up books. And we're going to be talking a little bit about this. I should probably see if I can get commission selling these books for these people. These are tremendous resources that help me and my clients get what they want in their vision. The ABCs of attitude. Get attitude. Glenn Bill. We're going to talk about attitude, how important it is in forming a powerful vision for yourself. With that all said, see you next Friday, 1 o'clock. Bye now.